It's been a big year across Green Country, and we here at Fox 23 News have shared thousands of stories with you. We want to take this time to highlight some of the good news stories we've shared about our community coming together to help one another in times of need or out of the kindness of their hearts. To start, we have a story about a Green Country dentist and a Sooners fan. That dentist gave a brand new set of teeth to a fellow Sooners fan for free after seeing him being ridiculed online. The dentist, who's originally from Collinsville but has a practice in Stroud, went viral in his effort to find the man. Fox 23's Alex Cash went to Stroud to meet them both for their first ever interview together.
This is Johnny Paul Franklin, known as JP, cheering on his beloved Sooners. He didn't know it at the time, but this picture became an online meme, and with it came a whole lot of nasty comments about his teeth.
I didn't know none of them names was going on. I was rooting for my Sooners.
Fellow Sooners fan and dentist Brett Francis was also at the game, saw the trolling, and decided to do something about it for free.
I just saw the kind of all the ridicule that was and harsh things that were being said, and I just decided, you know what, I have the ability, I have the skill set to help this guy out, why not?
Brett's post offering to help JP was shared and liked thousands of times, and the two managed to get in contact at Brett's surgery, Dental Designs of Stroud.
Okay. All right, let's take a look in here, JP.
I met them both after JP's appointment. Brett's going to give him a set of dental implants that would normally cost around $50,000. JP told me he wasn't hurt by the online comments, but he says he can't believe what Brett is doing for him.
I'm fixing to be 61 years old, and those names don't bother me. I was amazed. I was amazed that somebody that didn't know me from Adam just knew that I was a Sooner fan, wanted to help another Sooner fan out, I mean, it's amazing. But it's what Sooners and Oklahomans do. I mean, we look out for our own.
A lot of people don't like to sit in the dentist chair. Brett says up to 75% of adults are affected by tooth decay in this country.
It affects way more people than people realize, and I think we all can even name in our own family members who have lost teeth or dentures.
Looking at x-rays of JP's teeth.
He can be smiling and chewing and rooting for those Sooners with a nice new set of teeth.
JP says he can't wait to show off his new smile.
It's going to be a bigger smile to root for them Sooners.
Covering news that matters, I'm Alex Cash, Fox 23 News.
Imagine going to your regular church service, but instead of wrapping it up with coffee, it ends in a surprise wedding. That's exactly what happened at One South Tulsa Church. Fox 23's Julia Gorman met up with that couple to hear their incredible story.
This is Rusty. What a hunk he was and still is.
Rusty Nichols and Terry Terrell first met in their 20s in Virginia. It was the late 70s.
This is early mid-20s here, you guys are.
Uh-huh.
After dating for a couple years, the pair went their separate ways and grew up. Rusty stayed in Virginia. Terry moved here to Oklahoma. Terry got married and had children. Both had successful careers.
So we didn't hear from each other for 42 years.
Sadly, about a year and a half ago, Terry's husband of many years suddenly passed. She didn't think she'd get married again, but visiting family in Maryland.
I wasn't that far from Charlottesville, and I thought, I wonder if anybody's still there. And I thought, I wonder if Rusty's still alive. Well, at my age, it's, you shouldn't have any regrets.
So she called him.
I just happened to be at the supper table, and I looked over there, and it said, Terry Terrell, and I said, oh my gosh.
Meeting up.
We were totally different, but yet he still seemed the same. He still has the same smile, same little crooked smile and the dimples.
After many calls, emails, and visits back and forth, the couple decided to tie the knot.
I finally got over my lack of commitment thing.
They were going to elope, but planning to join Harvard Avenue Christian Church in Tulsa together. Lead pastor David Emery had a different idea.
And I said, well, why don't you join the church and get married on the same Sunday?
And I said, what the heck, let's do it.
So just about 2 weeks ago, service took a turn for the best.
So after a season of grief and loss, they found each other and are now together, and we're going to marry them right now. So let's walk up to the altar. And by the authority given to me by Christ and His church and your new church family, I pronounce you husband and wife, and Rusty, kiss your bride. Amen. Amen.
It was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed it, and a lot of people who came up afterwards said that that had really touched their hearts and meant something to them.
I looked around the room and people were crying, you know, because it was such a beautiful moment, unexpected. It's not something you see very often. In fact, it's only the second time this has ever happened in a church I've ever served.
And when I asked Terry and Rusty what their takeaway is from this crazy love story.
Everything that happens is for the best, even if it doesn't seem so at the time. You can overcome anything, you know, with God's help. There are so many good things in this world, and you should take advantage of it and enjoy it. Yeah, there's a lot of bad stuff that happens, and you see that every day. But there's so much joy.
Covering news that matters, Julie Gorman, Fox 23 News.
A big surprise for students at a school in Coweta, where a mom surprised all 3 of her kids with their dad's unexpected arrival home. Fox 23's Amy Heibel shows us how she pulled off this military homecoming.
Friday's pep rally at Coweta Mission Intermediate Grade Center offered everything you'd expect from a fired-up crowd of middle schoolers before a Friday night football game. There were cheerleaders, cheers for football players, and even the Tiger mascot, busting a few moves of his own. 6th grade cheerleader Paisley Clark, who's looking on at this point, is about to get the surprise of her life.
Paisley has no idea that that man in a tiger suit is actually her dad.
Then there was the dance-off. This 6th grader didn't hesitate to show off her moves. Paisley Clark, however, politely declined the Tigers' challenge. That's when her dad, Dennis Clark, decided to reveal his identity. Paisley and her 2 younger siblings thought their dad, who's serving with the Oklahoma Air National Guard, was coming home in December. He left for training in May and deployed overseas in June, traveling to Niger and Germany. Military mom Katie Clark planned the entire surprise.
I instantly started crying. It was overwhelming emotion, yeah.
How does it feel to have your dad home?
Good. I loved it.
What's the best part of being home for you?
Just being back with my family, spending time with the kids.
The Clarks, who are a close-knit family of 5, look forward to spending quality time together now that Dad's back.
I knew that this one has really had a hard time with Daddy being gone. She hasn't talked to him in 6 months.
After surprising Paisley, the next stop was Central Elementary to surprise 8-year-old Paxton Clark and 3-year-old Lillian at daycare.
Covering news that matters, I'm Amy Heibels, Fox 23 News.
Love that. Well, class at Broken Arrow's Vanguard Academy is challenging students to take on projects that will impact the community. Fox 23's Catherine James learned how one student is giving a former shelter dog a leg up in life by 3D printing him a prosthetic leg.
Kane the dog is getting help from a new friend. Broken Arrow Vanguard Academy junior Brooke Tyler wants to outfit Kane with a new prosthetic leg.
This is where the dog's able leg will go. This is where the prosthetic will go.
Kane lost his leg in an accident when he was only 6 months old. He was in foster care at the time with the Broken Arrow Rescue Community, or BARC.
I got a call from the foster saying that there was an accident, so I had to rush him to Animal Emergency Center. When he got there, the vets thought that maybe a wild animal had pulled his leg, possibly through a fence.
Jamie Cope with BARC helped Kane recover from the leg amputation and find his forever home. Now Kane gets around as well as any other dog, but running on only 3 legs takes a lot of energy. Brooke hopes the new leg allows him to get around with less effort.
I feel like there's a lot of people out there that we can help and we don't really realize it. I think there's a lot of animals that need help.
It's all thanks to the Vanguard Academy's Explore class. The class is based around creating a project.
We create all of it. We go with whatever idea we have. We try to do something big, something maybe to help the community, help Vanguard.
Brooke is using the Vanguard Academy's 3D printers to create this prosthetic frame. After trying it on and taking measurements, the piece will be further refined using a more flexible filament. Covering news that matters, Catherine James, Fox 23 News.
A young man from Kansas who is living with autism went viral on social media and is now on a book tour coming to Green Country. Fox 23's Julia Gorman talked to his parents about the impact he's having on people around the world.
Sitting between his mom, Andrea, and dad, Corey, Trent Landrith is one of 4 siblings. When he was 2, Trent was diagnosed with autism, and as soon as he could hold a pen, he was drawing.
A lot of people ask, where did he learn to draw? But it's just always been something he's been able to do.
Trent's parents say school was difficult for him growing up, but a school staff member noticed his art and pushed them to do something with it. The family shared this video of Trent drawing on a trampoline with the world, and it went viral around 2016. They quickly realized how much total strangers love Trent and his work.
Having a rough time, life is bad, I'm struggling with so many things, but watching Trent brightens my day.
From there, a small business formed, selling coloring books and all sorts of merchandise, showcasing Trent's artwork. His parents say it's a way to provide for their son once they're no longer around.
A fox and friends. Can you draw a fox with some friends? Fox and friends. Fox and friends.
They have a website, podcast, huge following on Instagram and TikTok.
I think it took 19 weeks to hit 1 million.
Right now, the family is on a local tour promoting their book, Drawn to Be You, with a stop next month here in Tulsa. It talks about Trent's life and shares a message of inclusion with characters like an elephant who doesn't have a trunk and a zebra without stripes. Continuing to build upon his talents, his parents say,
we want to help educate communities that individuals that might not fit the mold of society quite as well still have a lot to contribute.
Covering news that matters, Julie Gorman, Fox 23 News.
Trent made a stop here in Green Country this month at Not Your Average Joe in Broken Arrow. We talked to his father, Corey, about how the book came to be.
And it's a whole bunch of fun drawings of animals that were different. And so we took those drawings, and then his mom and I, with the help of her brother Jeff, wrote this book, Drawn to Be You, about how we're all different, and that's okay.
If you'd like to follow Trent on his adventures, you can find him on social media under the name Drawings by Trent or drawingsbytrent.com. Don't change that channel. We have more good news headed your way. Coming up, we're sharing how one TikTok star from Bartlesville got to be part of the NFL draft for the Kansas City Chiefs. A social media star from Bartlesville who has Down syndrome got to announce the Kansas City Chiefs NFL draft pick. James Droz posts videos online about sports teams and has thousands of followers and more than 1 million likes on TikTok. Fox 23's Alex Cash talked to him about his big day.
What happened? Let's go!
What happened is James Droz's catchphrase, but it's what's happening this weekend that he says he can't quite believe.
I'm picking the draft, and I don't know who is getting drafted. I don't know who, but what college, and his parents what to do, and I'm happy for them. Yeah.
James has been asked to announce a day 3 pick for the Kansas City Chiefs in the NFL draft Saturday.
What happened? Kansas City is a good place, and I like it, and I love this opportunity, and this is so much fun.
James, who has Down syndrome, graduated from Bartlesville High School last year, but over the last couple of years, he's shot to fame on social media, posting videos of what he thinks about games, teams, and players. Now the NFL and the Kansas City Chiefs have asked him to be part of the draft. He says the Chiefs have also given him his own special jersey and sneakers.
Chiefs Kingdom. Thanks, Travis Kelsey. I love you, man. Thanks so much, Travis. Daddy's here, baby. Let's go.
James's mum, Susan, says his rise to fame is a dream come true, and she hopes his story inspires others with special needs.
This doesn't happen every day. You can't make this stuff up, and it's wonderful. We just hope that we can provide hope to people, for those others out there with special needs, that, living life without boundaries is awesome. Hopefully, through this platform, James can have a part in breaking that stigma of people and disabilities and what different abilities look like.
Covering news that matters, I'm Alex Cash, Fox 23 News.
Here's a clip of Droz actually announcing the 7th round draft selection.
With the 25th pick, the 2023 draft, Kansas City Chiefs select Nick Jones, DB, Ball State.
James's mom says his rise to fame is a dream come true, and she hopes his story inspires others living with special needs. A Broken Arrow pizza shop is giving back this holiday season with a Pay It Forward program. Fox 23's Scott Martin talked with staff at Uncle Vinny's, who say no matter how you slice it, it's important to support those in need.
Customers who dine in at Uncle Vinny's Pizzeria can add $2 to their bill that includes a Post-it note for them to write positive affirmations on. That Post-it eventually gets into the hands of someone who needs a little encouragement. When you first walk into Uncle Vinny's, you can smell the aroma of pizza or stromboli baking in the oven. You'll also see this chef statue holding a tray full of Post-it notes.
We call it the Pay It Forward, and they give us $2 and they fill out a sticky note.
The notes say things like, "You are loved and always believe." Notes that help lift you up.
People write whatever they want, God bless you, just multiple different things of scriptures, just different things.
Lawrence Zesma is a partner at Uncle Vinny's. He says his mom got the idea from a restaurant in New York City. The Post-its are available for people who are struggling to pay for their next meal or in some sort of need.
We have a lot of the same people coming back, and nobody's really abusing it. It's just a lot of the same people in need. But yeah, it's definitely growing a lot more people are using it, and it's growing pretty rapidly.
Zesma says it shows just how important it is right now to take care of your fellow neighbor.
I just really encourage people, if you're in any kind of need, to come in and use the program. And if you don't feel comfortable in front of people, if you want to whisper it to us, if you don't want to grab a sticky note and you want to just come in and say, hey, I would like to use the program, and say it quietly, or if you'd like to message the page and let us know you're going to come in and don't want to, we're not here to embarrass anybody. We're just here to give a helping hand.
A helping hand and a few positive words, making the meal help everyone feel a little more full. It's the real reason Zesma says he's in business.
My heart is really there to give back to the community, and that's part of the reason why I'm in business. Is I just want to be able to give back and pour into people what they're pouring into us.
January, which isn't too far away, will mark 2 years since this Pay It Forward program has been in place there at Vinny's. They're located at Kenosha and Elm there in BA. Covering news that matters, I'm Scott Martin, Fox 23 News.
A picture frame box full of memories is now back with its owners after it fell off the back of a truck. Inside the frame were so many items representing a couple's love for one another and so much more. Fox 23's Catherine James shares the moment the owners were reunited with those precious memories.
His class ring, I think, and then my silver D and gold D for having good grades in school.
A lifetime of memories.
His buckle, and this is my garter from the wedding.
For Sue and Floyd Rice.
Another buckle, his Boy Scout stuff, so that goes way back.
Memories lost on the side of the road after they fell off the back of a truck when the couple was moving.
I just saw something was like running on the road.
Antonio Bernal says he went over to the box and looked inside.
After I saw what is in there, I thought, well, it's important for somebody else because it has the dates from, I think, 1965. So, I mean, it's had to be good memories for somebody.
Bernal asked his nephew to make a social media post to try to find the owners. That's how the Rices found out that their items had been lost and got a hold of Bernal.
I'm thankful that they were honest and willing to take the time to locate us.
After the items had been returned, the Rices shared a moment together, going through the items representing their lifetime of love.
We met each other in Sunday school when we were about 7 and 8 years old. And it's like we've just always known each other.
A lifetime of memories that keeps growing. Covering news that matters, Catherine James, Fox 23 News.
The Fox 23 News team has had its fair share of good news this year, too. We're sharing some of those stories with you next. We want to take this time to share all the good news that happened at Fox 23 News this year with you all, starting with my co-anchor and friend, Sarah Whaley. She got married December 16th. We told you when she and Michael got engaged at Turkey Mountain where they first met. Look at that video from their wedding. Some of us at Fox 23 got to be part of their special engagement breakfast right after the proposal. The wedding took place in a small airplane hangar at Tulsa's Riverside Airport, where Sarah was surrounded by her friends and family. Love seeing the pictures. At the end of the ceremony, she and her new husband, Michael, who is a professional pilot, got in a small plane and flew off into the night. Congrats. Sarah isn't the only one celebrating finding her special someone. Our photographer, Tyler Lorsch, also got engaged this year. This is him with his fiancée, Sam. We wanted to give both of them a big congratulations as well. And some lucky kittens now have safe and warm homes after the Fox 23 News team found a litter of kittens in her own back parking lot inside our recycling dumpster. Take a look. These adorable kittens were found after a stray cat that frequents our back parking lot made it her home. We knew the dumpster was not a safe place, so we talked with Animal Aid and other organizations who walked us through what to do. Fox 23 Spencer Humphrey came to the rescue and took care of the mama cat and her babies to help them find good homes. Well, several members of our news team also won awards this year. Our Fox 23 sports team accepted an award from the Oklahoma Association of Broadcasters. That's Fox 23 Sports Director Nathan Thompson accepting the OAB Award for Best of Show for sports programming for high school football tonight. We're so proud of our sports team. Those listed on the award include Nathan, of course, Spencer Tillis, John Acebus, and producer Sean Gordon. Great job, everyone. Fox 23 certified meteorologist Laura Mock won her first Emmy at the Heartland Emmy Awards in Oklahoma City this year as well. She won against other meteorologists from Denver, Oklahoma City, and other Tulsa stations. Congrats, Laura. She does an amazing job for us every weekday morning on Fox 23 News and with her Skywatch reports. And Fox 23 certified meteorologist Mike Grogan was honored with the Ben Frizzell Media Award from the Oklahoma Floodplain Managers Association. The OFMA nominated Mike and said this award is for his long-standing commitment to responsible and effective coverage of severe weather events, keeping the people of Oklahoma safe and informed. Congrats, Mike. Well, thank you for always counting on Fox 23 News to bring you good news stories. We are always looking for more stories like these to highlight in our community. So if you have good news you'd like to share with us, email us goodnews@fox23.com. Thanks for watching.